Fox in an interview talked about how she's not dating men anymore. I do think this is part of a larger trend within a lot of women online and just women in general of like giving up on men, giving up on relationships, just reverting back to what feels safe.
It comes from feeling unsure of yourself and being afraid of getting hurt.
Emotionally daunting and hurtful when I just keep hitting a wall, you know.
They don't know how to make plans. They don't know how to be good communicators. They don't know what they want, and they act like children.
The only reason these women are saying they don't want to date men anymore is because Long Stick Rick and Heartthrob Rob keep pumping them and dumping them and refusing to give them commitment. And they're like, if I can't get what I want from my fairy tale, then I'll just take nothing at all. Just like a big kid. So women not wanting to date men is not a testament to how terrible men are. It's a testament to how shallow and superficial most women these days are. Plenty of men out there who would treat women great, but they don't want them. And every woman on earth know the guy that would treat her great. But they rather chase the guy who don't give a damn about them and will never give a damn about them. And then when that don't work out, talk about, oh, men are so terrible, I just don't want to date a man anymore. Losers.
Pathetic. You out of your fucking mind.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day.
If I can't get a guy with movie star good looks and washboard abs, then I'll just take nothing.
Never gonna date men again, ever again. Like, when my friend says that to me, like, I want to, you know, go deeper into that. And like, is that really, will that really make you? I mean,
no, it won't make them happy. They'll sit around bitter, hating on all their friends who are in happy relationships, you know, sitting around crying and drinking wine. And no, they're not going to be happy. They'll spend all their free time talking to their phone, posting on TikTok, trying to convince everybody else that they're okay alone and they're living their best life.
Men fall in love with women's absence.
You know, I've seen a lot of creators stitch this video or create similar videos. And my advice is, f all the strategies, f the rules, find someone who wants the same things as you in a relationship. I'm talking about communication-wise, affection, expression of how you feel, etc. I survived a narcissistic marriage for 11 years. After that, I took 2 years to work on myself.
Oh, a narcissistic marriage. So how did you get to the point where you married this guy? Let me guess, he pulled the wool over your eyes. And he was the greatest guy in the world for the first year or two he was dating you. And then all of a sudden, he just became narcissistic. Well, why didn't you end it after 6 months of marriage? You ever notice that? They stay with the narcissist for years. How long did she stay with the nice guy? 2 weeks. And she's like, oh, I'm just not feeling the spark. I'm just not feeling the connection. But when they talk about the bad boys and the narcissists and the toxic guys, oh, well, how long were you with them? 11 years? Let me guess, you stayed with them that long because you're so noble and honorable, right? Get the fuck out of here.
Like how Pokemon would evolve to the next level, dumb shit learn morals at level 35.
Figure out who I am and what I want. I got very clear on it. What happened afterwards? I found my soulmate, who we are completely compatible, in which we appreciate and reciprocate each other in our communication throughout the day. So if I say I love you or good morning and good night, and I expect it in return, it doesn't mean that I'm insecure or have abandonment issues. It's because that's what I want in a relationship.
Values and morals don't mean anything to women like this until they realize they can't turn heads on the street anymore.
This woman seems like a pleasure to be with, doesn't she? Women don't learn human decency until after they hit the wall, man, I swear. Then they care about having a compassionate man and a loving man and a caring man and a man that says goodnight every night. You think she gave a damn about any of that at 23?
Not really, no.
All she cared about then was if he was alpha enough and hot enough. And they spend all their best years trying to get the Chad to act right until they finally settle for a nice SIMP.
Yes, I'm a simp.
Mr. Nice Guy, who say goodnight every night and do the little kissy faces when they text. You think she gonna stay in this marriage? Or this relationship, whatever the hell it is?
And if I didn't want it, that's okay too. We're all different. We all want different things in a relationship. So find someone who's compatible with you in that respect and start there.
Why are you always such a nasty bitch?
Okay, I got a question. When a woman is genuinely happy in a relationship, is she on the internet still complaining about her ex?
That is the first question, believe it or not, that needs to be asked.
See, when women take the time to still complain about a man, that means she still care about him. Because trust me, when a woman done with you, she ain't talking about you. She ain't thinking about you. She ain't trying to hear from you, none of that. You know how cold women get when they done with you. You know what I'm talking about, fellas.
Go Google that.
See what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about, man. You know what? I dare you to sit up there and say, explain. You know what I'm talking about, man.
If you are consistently drawn to emotionally unavailable or emotionally damaged men, if all you have are situationships instead of real relationships, if all of these situationships or relationships, whatever, end with the guy saying, I'm sorry, I just can't commit right now, blah, blah, blah.
It means you're a basic bitch. Let's see if she says what I was thinking.
Then listen up, because I'm going to fix your life.
Yeah, right.
First, let's talk about the most likely reason that it happens. And oftentimes, if you're consistently going for emotionally unavailable people, it is because deep down you are emotionally unavailable.
These women read one self-help book and go to one therapy session, and now they think they're gonna save the world. You notice that?
I consider myself a teacher, a helper, someone who could possibly inspire people to be better.
Now, this might sound confusing to you. You might be like, Serena, I'm not emotionally unavailable. I'm desperate for a relationship. I'm dying to find somebody. Okay, but if deep down you don't feel worthy, if deep down you don't really believe that the guys that you like are gonna like you back, that things are gonna work out for you, then you're unavailable too. And you are going after unavailable people because they validate the way that you already feel about yourself.
Message. Message.
It's also possible that you're using these guys as a means for validation. What's more validating than getting the bad boy to reform and to change his ways and to fall in love with you and to want to commit? And the reason you do that is because deep down you're lacking self-worth. Okay, so those are the most likely reasons. Now let's talk about the solutions. Number one, identify what you're getting out of the situation.
No, women aren't this deep. You know, society has tricked us into thinking that women are this deep, but look, he was just hot and the D was good. It ain't this complicated. You don't got to get a PhD to figure this out. Those guys were higher status than her, and she would do anything to please them and get 10 seconds of their attention. Most women have low self-worth until a man she deems valuable gives her worth. That's just how women are, sorry. Most, at least.
Not all, but most.
Most women put their worth in the quality of man that they can attract and keep. Most of them struggle with the keep part.
Boom. Roasted.
Most men, especially the ones with the same complexion as me, would be homeless if it were not for the women around them taking care of them.
Some people expect a free ride through life, cruising by on good looks and luck. Let me tell you something right now. It don't work that way.
Well, what does that say about the women who are taking care of them? Nobody's making them take care of them. So my brain's telling me they're just as effed up, if not more, than the guys who need them to take care of them. Hey, color me judgmental.
I was talking to somebody a couple weeks ago, and she was telling me about a man who moved out of his mother's house because his mother got a girlfriend, and now he's mad and doesn't want to be there anymore. Guess how old this man is? 57. His mom is in her 70s. And if you do discover a man who lives outside of his mother's house or outside of his parents' house, he's only living there because he conned a woman into paying 50%, aka 80% of the household bill.
Man, sit your dumb ass down and shut.
You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
She's brainwashed, dumbed down, emotional, and has no clue as to what she's talking about.
Why was that woman so easily conned? I thought women were so smart and competent. See, they telling themselves without even realizing that they're telling them themselves. Why are these wonderful women tolerating this when they can have so much better since they're so great? Because they can't, and they're not.
And honestly, this is a dynamic that you can see in any Black family. The young women have education, careers, and a place to live. But the young men, uneducated, not working, working part-time, never want to move out. This is very, very, very common. There are a lot of grown men, I'm talking 50s, 60s, 70s, who have never lived alone. They've never had their name on a lease. They've never lived alone or paid for their own house. Independence has never been their goal. Subjugating and relying on the labor of women has always been their goal.
Bingo.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
You're a victim.
He shouldn't say that about a woman. Why can't you say women are wrong when they're wrong?
You want to be making moves on the street, have no attachments, allow nothing to be in your life that you cannot walk out on in 30 seconds flat if you spot the heat around the corner.
Am I the most attractive girl in the world? No. But do I have a great personality? Also no. But do I wake up every morning and try and be the best person I can be? No.
It doesn't matter if she's the head of astrophysics or if she's the head of giving head on 4th and Broadway. It doesn't matter, dude. It's the same shit.
I want to build a life. I want a future. Sick of it. Tired of it.
We're saying no to coffin dates. We're saying no to buffer dates. We're saying no to walks in the park.
How much money does a guy need to date you?
About like 100K. 100,000. At least 100K a month. 200,000 a month. Probably well over 400K. 500 grand at the least on the figures. $1 million, 2 million. But minimum. At least 6 foot. Something to be under 6 months.
What height is too short for a guy?
Anything under 6 foot.
Okay, first of all, I didn't miss the red flags. I looked at them and thought, damn, that's sexy. And that's my problem.